And with that, I will hand it over to our first speaker, Katie Worton. Katie is a recent graduate of the University of Edinburgh, who obtained a bachelor's in AI and computer science in 2019. Since completing her studies, she has been working as a software engineer at ARM in Cambridge. She has a strong passion for helping young women gain the skills and confidence to pursue careers in STEM. And she spends her spare time as an instructor for Code First Girls, teaching and inspiring the next generation of women engineers. We're very excited to have Katie with us, and I'll hand the floor to her.
Cool. Can you hear me okay?
Yeah.
Cool. I'll share my screen. Yep, hopefully you can see that. Okay, so hi everyone, I'm Katie, and I'm going to be talking about what I've learned in this first stage of my tech career. So a bit about me, so some of it's already been covered, but yeah, I graduated from the University of Edinburgh in 2019 with a degree in AI and computer science, and I'm now working as a software engineer for ARM in Cambridge. I'm usually working in the area of software testing of CPU designs, but I'm currently in a graduate rotation in the area of GPU hardware design. So today I'm going to be talking about how I got started in my tech career, lessons I've learned along the way, and practical steps you can take today to get started in your amazing tech career. So firstly, how did I choose a career in computer science? So I really enjoyed problem solving and creative thinking. So I really wanted to pick a subject which would let me use both these parts of my brain. So after doing my research, I found that an engineering subject would be perfect for me, since this will require both design work and technical knowledge and problem solving. So after 4 years of studying and 1 year in industry, I think all the hard work was worth it. I have a great job which provides new and exciting challenges every day, which was everything I was looking for. So how have I found early success in a field that's so dominated by men? So most of the underlying advice I'm going to give here is going to apply to people of all genders, but I think there's a real benefit of bringing women together to share advice like this. So there's a sense of she's a woman in tech and this has worked for her, so it will also work for me. So as someone who's both new in tech and a woman in tech, I think it's essential to try and stand out in a positive light and show your worth. And I think we can do this through networking. So that's chatting to new people about your projects, your skills and interests. And once people get to know your skill set, they're going to be more likely to come to you for help and advice. And that's going to allow you to develop your skills further. In my experience, quite a lot of men inadvertently network while chatting about joint interests. So of course, women can also network in this way, but sometimes our different life experiences lead us to like different things and end up in different social circles, and that's totally fine. But the bottom line is, it doesn't matter how great you are, if people don't know you exist, you can't, it's difficult to be successful. So how can we network with a diverse group of people? So I've reflected on my success and the success of people around me, and I think it can be kind of broken down to this pattern. So as you start taking opportunities like certain jobs and volunteering roles, this allows you to showcase your skills to a broader group. And once you've started doing this, others will be able to see your skills and experience, and more chances to show off your skills or show up. So what kind of opportunities am I talking about here? Let's look at an example. So this is an example from my life, from when I was setting up my GPU design rotation. So I'd spent months looking for a rotation in the area of hardware design, and I hadn't had much luck at all. And then totally unrelated, I did some volunteering work for First Tech Challenge. And through this, I had the opportunity to talk to other people from my work who I hadn't spoken to before. And one of these people was able to link me up with someone in the GPU hardware design team. And within a few weeks, I had a hardware design rotation set up. So I'd gone to do this volunteering to help other people in their careers and kind of accidentally help my own career in the process. So my main takeaway from this was, on many occasions, I'd seen myself turn down volunteering opportunities to prioritize my own university studies or work. So sometimes it's worth saying to yourself, I'm going to take this chance to help other people, and it's also going to be good for my career. it isn't a choice between making a difference and your own career. By volunteering and making a positive change, like positive changes in the world, you're going to also have a positive impact on your career. So let's look at some other ways that I've been able to find early success in my career. So when I was at university, I applied for and was granted the Amazon Women in Innovation bursary. So this provided both financial aid to help me through uni and a mentor in Amazon who I could go to for career advice. Also, while I was at uni, I took part in running art workshops at the Fruit Market Gallery in Edinburgh. So through these workshops, I learned how to run fun and engaging kind of classes for young people, as well as developing my communication skills. This kind of highlights just because an opportunity isn't tech related doesn't mean it won't be good for your tech career. And also by going for opportunities outside your normal domain, you're going to have more chance to contribute something new to the project. So I also currently volunteer for Code First Girls. So they run courses for young women to get them started in their tech careers and learn coding skills. So this has given me the opportunity to connect to other women in tech and get inspired by their passion, talent, and success. And also given me the opportunity to give back and help other women start their careers. So whether you're just starting in tech or interested in starting in tech, there are lots of things you can be doing today to get your career going. So what are some practical steps you can take today to get you started? So if you're interested in university study, there are lots of bursaries and scholarships. Some of them are women in STEM specific. So these will allow you to focus on your studies without so much financial pressure. And also sometimes, like I say, provide other things like invites to certain events and a mentor. For developing your communication skills, things like mentoring are great. So that's a great chance to meet new people and develop your communication skills. So with groups like Code First Girls, if you aren't really sure if your like skill level is good enough to start out as a mentor, you can perhaps start as a student first. And then once you've kind of got a feel for how things are and develop your skills a bit further, then you can go on to be a mentor for them. So I'm sure there are other opportunities like that, but that's just an example. If you want to develop your real world experience, internships and open source work are amazing. So if you don't know, open source projects are projects where the code is open to the world and in theory, anyone can view and contribute to it. So like I say, this is great for meeting people, boosting your CV and getting some real world experience. Finally, I definitely recommend attending networking events and tech meetup groups. So you can find these through LinkedIn, Twitter, Facebook, Meetup, sites like these. And again, these are great for networking, getting inspired by other people and learning from other people. I've made a list of resources at the end of this slide deck. So I'll link to this in the chat at the end of my talk. And yeah, hopefully you can see there are a range of things you can do today to boost your career. It's just a case of seeking out opportunities and finding the ones which are most rewarding to you. That way you'll feel great and you'll be able to showcase your best self. So to summarize, my kind of tips for success are seek out opportunities even if you're not sure you're good enough, but don't sign up to too much. It's better to do one or two things really well than lots of things kind of okay. So if you're super busy, it's definitely worth evaluating and picking out only the opportunities which are most valuable to you. So based on whatever metric you have for that, so whether it's helping the most people or connecting with the greatest number of people, whatever you're interested in achieving with that. Finally, if you seek out opportunities now, things are only going to get easier going forward. So as you gain more experience, more opportunities are going to come your way. So the more things you do, the more people will get to know you and the more you're going to be asked to do other things that will help you develop your skills further. So I think that's everything from me. If you have any questions, just put them in the chat or get in contact. I'm going to put my link to my slides in the chat so you can go and look at the resources I've put together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Katie. And again, we're going to have time for more questions at the end. So everyone feel free to add them to the chat now and we'll ask them later, or you can ask them in the chat or in person at the end of the presentations.